Today in Minecraft Skyblock, we're going to be going ahead and trying to make a Slayer setup for our mobs so we can start getting some passive money and so on. So I gathered everything we're going to need to make a Slayer setup. It's just a matter of setting it up. We are going to go ahead and quickly craft up the iron and copper fuel recipes though. If we go ahead and go into /craft and put all the items in, you can get the iron fuel. And then if you do the same with copper, you can get copper fuel. Even though I'm not going to be able to do these for quite some time, it's good to have them both unlocked before they go up in price. And then I also obtained the Lost Wasteland adventure map. We are going to claim that as well. And the melons recipe, so we're going to claim that too. There we go. So now we have that done, and we still have to do the dire wolf, get it to level 10. We're currently level 9, and this mythic candy will get it to level 10 at some point. So what I was thinking is buying a ton of fuel enriched nodes, just so we have some, because we only have 24 and we need more than just that. Quite literally for questing and just making fuel in general. And I did manage to sell some of my skill tokens. We are going to actually use 2 of them so we can max out our skills here in the island section. As you can see, we need 2 more, so we'll go ahead and max those out. There we go. And before we start building our Slayer setup, we do need to see how far the island can go out. So this seems to be how far it can go out. We're not actually going to expand. I'll maybe do that off camera. I just want to get the corners situated so then we know how far we can go out, and then expand from the corners when we need to. So we'll do it on all 4 corners, and then we should be pretty much good here. There is also an island questing booster, as you can see at the top of the screen. There's a global booster currently going on since Halloween weekend just happened. There was an adventure booster, but I didn't really attend that. But the questing one I am going to take advantage of because questing is just so much easier for me. So I think what we're gonna do is move all the cobblestone nodes around, and we're actually gonna move the fuel setup over here for the time being for our coal fuel. If I can remember how to build it, I might have to look back at a older video I made just to remember what I'm supposed to be doing here. The only thing I am gonna fill in is the extra space in this chunk specifically, and then I'll fill in the rest of the island later. It doesn't really matter, just so I know how much chunk space we're working with here. So I pulled up one of my older videos. Minecraft Skyblock Automation Begins is what it's called, and we're gonna replicate the same fuel setup, and then we're gonna make a hopper stream that goes over to here and auto kills chickens and rabbits. So what we need to do is grab out our Slayers. We actually need to buy an extra one, so we'll go in the auction house and we'll look for a Slayer bot, which is about 150,000, not really too much at all. And that reminds me, in island upgrades, we need to go into here. We need to upgrade our science so we can get the 2 upgrades that we need off the start, and then island level 15 for linked ender chest. You need island level 15 and 200,000 to get that, so we're gonna be waiting on that for quite some time. And then our components, I think we'll just go ahead and upgrade this really quickly in case I need it, just so we have it leveled up. And I think I'll make a separate video on how bees work on the server because apparently they just help grow crops. I'm probably gonna make a video on that at some point. But now I have these Slayer bots down, as you can see, and they're able to reach the 2 blocks in front of it. I think they can reach an extra block, but that doesn't really matter for this specific setup. Now we're gonna need hoppers, which I did save a redstone toolbox from something I opened earlier on in the map. I don't really know it specifically when I opened this, but we get 2 hoppers, so that saves us a little bit of gold. Oh yeah, and one thing we need to get, we need a science amplifier tier 2, which gets us tier 2 of the science shop in the /shop menu. So we'll redeem that, so it's now on my island. So if we go into shop, we now have page 2, I believe, that we show up on. And of course, we can go back to page 1 and buy anything from there. It's just very good to upgrade this so you get the extra items. That could be useful in the future. But as you can see, we can buy hoppers here in the science shop. So I have 1 gold block of science that we are going to go ahead and extract down into a ton of hoppers. It's all pretty much just going into hoppers, I think is the plan, because I'm going to need these in the future anyways. So you have 20 hoppers. And for the time being, to save hopper usage, we are going to make it so the hoppers go along here. So we place a hopper facing this way, facing down, as you can see, and then we attach it here, and this actually does work. So it will pick up loot eventually, it just doesn't prioritize it. And then the crafting bot is going to be on this side of the area here. So we're going to put a crafting bot, I believe, facing this way. Yeah. Put a tier 1 upgrade in so we can get extra items crafted quicker. And this will get us island XP and XP as well, because these guys store XP in their menu, as you can see, and you can collect it at any point. It does cap out though, of course. So for the fuel, it's going to go into the top and the side here, because if you didn't know, the recipe for fuel for coal fuel uses regular fuel, as you can see, fuel and coal. So we're going to select that just so it's already selected. And if you make a hopper system like this, it's going gonna prioritize the top and the bottom at the same time and go into both of them. It's pretty good. And now we need to get our nodes out, which to be fair, we aren't able to use coal fuel until island level 8. So we're gonna use regular fuel. We're just gonna pre-make the coal fuel area. And then we're gonna have, I guess, the fuel go all the way down here for the time being, as well as fill up this thing while it's not even doing anything. And on this side, the coal will be dropping here at some point later in the video, of course. So this right here is a full rotation of 30 nodes, as you can see, and it's a 4-block range from my knowledge. Yeah, as you can see, 4 block, and then 1 block, so it's like pretty much a 4 block in each direction. It's really good. And we need 1 hopper on the top of this guy, and then we're gonna grab a collection chest from here. There we go. Place it down right here, and we're gonna set this to fuel. There we go, fuel, and I guess we can start mining to start this thing up, because what's gonna happen is it's gonna mine, and all the fuel is gonna collect in here first and keep running this bot, and then eventually it's gonna overflow down into the system, and then it's gonna go into here. But realistically, you could set up a coal setup too once you hit island level 8, but for now we need this hopper here, so it just goes into here and runs off of regular fuel. So let's go ahead and just do a quick few mines here. Now the only drawback of this is it's gonna take a while for all of this to fill up, so what we can do to speed it up is place down a ton of these and manually mine them, so we can speed this up on our own. So I'm gonna place down as many of these as we have, and then we're gonna mine them with our efficiency 5 haste 3. Basically, we're not gonna have to put it in manually. As you can see, it's already going in. Okay, yeah, so it's filling up pretty quick. We just need to get that whole chest filled up, so I'm gonna be mining this for quite a bit. So I mined this for a second time, and if we look in here, it's already filling up. All this is full except for this. It still needs to fill in, but we just have to get this whole thing full, and then we should be good. So I'm gonna do that really quick. So I went ahead and mined out as much as I could, and as you can see, we are 1 stack away, and then it should start dropping into the system. Okay, so it's at a stack, and it should be dropping in here. We'll see where it goes. I do see items dropping here. Yep, it is working. So it goes right into the rabbit slayer. Let's go. And as you can see, it's gaining XP, which is really good as well. We're actually going to put tier 1 upgrades on these, so we're gonna right click them with the upgrades, and now they're tier 1. So this should be better on its fuel, island XP, the multi-kill chance, and of course how much XP it will hold. And actually we needed 1 more chest. I got out a collection chest, and the reason we need the extra one is because of a way you can actually do double the output of items, which is really, really good. But we are gonna need more hoppers, so I'm gonna have to buy more. Okay, yeah, we'll have 1 extra hopper. That's good enough for me, so we'll put a hopper here and a hopper here. Now that I'm thinking about it, we don't even need these extra hoppers. They're just spare now. And the reason they're spare is if we go ahead and put a regular chest here and then put on the side of this a collection chest, it actually does double the output. It's way more efficient, so I highly recommend doing that. And of course, the collection chest where you place it is how you edit the collection chest. Doing this chest will do nothing, like trying to edit it. You have to click on this one. And at some point, if I need to collect other items, I will, but we're gonna get all the generic items that we need, which of course is all the rabbit loot and the chicken loot. If I have enough storage, which it seems we only have 2 items we can pick up. So what that means is we're gonna have to actually just go by the default meta, which is using 1 collection chest and then putting item selections. So this one will be the rabbit loot, and then this one will also be chicken and feathers, and of course the eggs as well. And then all the rabbit loot should go in here, all the chicken loot should go in here. Should work perfectly for the time being until we want to move everything around. So the benefit of this is we're getting island XP, but we do also need to grind a bit more to get to level 8, because at level 8 we unlock coal and we unlock the cows, which I do have both of the requirements ready. As you can see, we are ready for coal. We have the cobblestone node requirement ready. We just need level 8. And as you can see, for chickens to get to cows, we already have that requirement. We've killed a lot of chickens, which is crazy. But of course, the bottleneck is island level 8 in order to get those things going. So once we are able to set up coal fuel and of course the cows, I will come back. So I will give an update here in a moment. So it is the next day, and I did actually go ahead and grind out a decent bit of quests and got some more loot. I went ahead and actually opened most of them, but we do have a heroic one, which is a 3-star, that we are going to go ahead and claim. And we got a max +1 gem, which is technically not that great because it's skill. And we got a bundle bot and a heroic candy, not bad. I don't have a bundle bot, so that is kind of decent. And the candy is 100k, so that's not bad money. And then the skill gem, that is a plus 1 is 400,000, so it's not bad money as well, I guess. Could have been better. But as you can see, we are island level 8 on the scoreboard, which is amazing. And we're also 26% in as well. Also, for the rest of the video, you're gonna see a lot of boss bars on the top of the screen. That's just because there's questing, and then the progress ones that were just added, and then the trophy multiplier, which is kind of annoying that all those are there, but it'll have to be the way it is. Anyways, we're island level 8, so we can go ahead and get this coal fuel going. I've got every single coal node out, as you can see, and we need a total of 27 for a full rotation, so we need 2, and then we need 10 more here. So this is a total of 27. I do want to place all these ones in because they're not stackable for some reason. And to save a collection chest so we don't have to put one on here, we can just go ahead and drop the items there. That's what we were planning originally. So we're gonna grab all these coal nodes out, and it has to be within the range of where the bot's gonna sit. So let's go ahead and grab out a bot, and we'll put it right here, and then we break the node if we can. There we go. Right now, I just want to figure out a good pattern for this. That's quite literally it. And then of course we need hoppers, which I think we need a total of 3, which we only have 2. So I'm gonna go into the science shop and buy 2 more hoppers just so we have them. And I'm gonna put a hopper facing into here, and then one here, and a collection chest right here. And the reason we're putting a collection chest down here is this is the new location for fuel, and we're gonna replace this one, so we need to go ahead and swap out all this fuel being picked up currently into here. So now I break it and we put a hopper down, and then it's gonna fuel into this as well as this. And then actually we didn't need to buy a hopper because quite literally this one we could have just broken. But if we take a look, there's coal fuel being crafted inside of the crafting bot, so that is good. We're finally getting coal fuel. And for the meantime, we aren't gonna be auto killing cows. We're actually gonna be manually killing them. So we need to go ahead and set up an area for these. So we're just gonna build the generic setup we have currently. I definitely need to move this around at some point because this is kind of clustered and just too compact for my liking. So we'll put down a slab, and then we have to move the cow into that position, and then we should be good. And there we go. Cow is in position, and we have a total of about 50 spawners, I think it is here. Yeah, so we have 50 down. That's good enough for me. So now we have cows that we can manually kill for questing, and then we got chickens and rabbits going on slayers while running coal fuel, so we can get some island XP from the coal ores and the fuel, which is really good. I'm very happy with this setup for the time being. We're definitely gonna need to make some sort of auto smelting setup at some point, but I think this is good for now. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate all the support, and I will see you all in the next one.